Ravens, Texans, Christmas Day on Netflix. I've got a free play for you. A little Christmas present for you coming up free with analysis right now. Hi, this is Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com, right back here on Wager Talk TV, breaking down your second Christmas Day game at 4:30 Eastern on Netflix, Ravens and Texans. Don't forget, I also did a free play video for you in the early game between Chiefs Steelers. Check that out as well here on Wager Talk TV. And when you subscribe, click that bell for instant alerts so you never miss out when free play videos go up throughout the week. All right, you'll see that it's my Christmas shirt still because this is a December 25th game. I've got my stocking hung with care on the memorabilia behind me near the American flag. Check that out. But most importantly, let's break down this late afternoon game on Netflix at 4:30 Eastern. And quite a line move. You know, this summer the look-ahead line was Baltimore minus 1.5. Last week, before the teams played the Saturday games, the look-ahead line was -3, Ravens -3. And now early in the week, it's already 5.5. Now, part of the reason, of course, is because Houston suffered a season-ending knee injury to second-best receiver Tank Dell. Stephon Diggs is already out since the end of October, so Houston now without two of their top three receivers. But they do have Nico Collins back in the lineup. Keep in mind, he missed a good chunk in the middle of the season when Diggs and Dell were in the lineup. So once again, down to one receiver out of three, and that's why this line has moved. But I'm not sure Tank Dell is worth a full field goal in the point spread. And this move from 3 up to 5.5 now, I do think there's a little bit of value with the Texans as a live home dog. Also like that we're getting the better defensive team as a dog in this game as well. Yes, Baltimore's an explosive offense, but their defense has been suspect this season. In fact, statistically speaking, they're very mediocre. They give up 5.6 yards per play against teams that average 5.6. Ravens' run D has been good, but their pass defense has been below average, 6.8 allowed against teams that average just 6.6. So I do think the Texans, although shorthanded at the receiving core, can still do some damage through the air. And Houston also, I think, is in the better scheduling spot here for a couple reasons. You know, the NFL had 2 games last Saturday on the 21st. It's the same 4 teams that are playing 4 days later on Christmas, and they just reversed the matchups and reversed the home road setup. And I think that was a fair thing to do. And Houston had a tough game last week at Kansas City against Mahomes. Now they get to come home on the short week, whereas Baltimore has to travel. They basically lose a day of preparation and to really get less rest because of it. And then on top of it, the Ravens are coming off the huge divisional win last Saturday against Pittsburgh, a revenge divisional game against the Steelers. Right before that, yes, they had the easy win against the Giants. They did have the bye before that, which came at a really good time, but they also had games right before the bye against the Eagles, Chargers, Steelers, Bengals, and Broncos, 5 straight before that bye week. I do think the hangover could hit them this week on the short travel against a good defensive home dog. Houston has also been competitive this year against good teams. You recall that Sunday night game about a month ago in early November in which they lost by just 3 as a 3.5-point dog against Detroit. They also just beat the Dolphins a week earlier before the Kansas City loss. They beat the Dolphins by 8, only lost by 8 at Kansas City. They lost by only 2 at Green Bay. Packers are looking good this season. And they beat Buffalo outright at home by 3 earlier this season. So yes, they have held their own against most of the Class A opponents. And I see no reason why they can't stay close in this game as well with a good defense. And now we get inflated line value. Take a look at the Texans plus the 5.5. Kicks off at 4:30 Eastern Wednesday, Christmas Day on Netflix. Hey, comment below. What are your thoughts of these games being on Netflix? You like it? I think most people get Netflix now. I'm kind of old school. Don't like to see it where you have to have subscriptions. Although I remember in the 80s when I was a young tyke, Washington Redskin days, when they would put the games on late night. I think it was TNT back then. The Sunday night game before it went to ESPN, I think was TNT, if I'm not mistaken. And the local broadcast would still pick it up. And I did see where Baltimore and Houston, the CBS affiliates, do have these games. In fact, both of the game matchups on Wednesday, the local TV networks are picking it up. So the fans can still see their team. So I think it's a fair trade. And once again, first 2 NFL games ever on Netflix. If you'd like my free play in that early game, Chiefs-Steelers, I do have that as well in a free play video here on the channel. NFL's been smoking them, quite simply. The free plays have been doing well, and a lot of these games don't make my client best bet card, but the best bets have been doing incredible. In fact, we swept the board again on Sunday. The last 3 Sundays, we are 12-0. 11-0 in the NFL and 1-0 in the NBA. In fact, the last 3 weekends, we also had a Saturday winner in the Ravens game over last week. Actually, that Ravens-Steelers game over gave you the Ravens as a free play video here. 12-0 on NFL best bets the last 3 weekends. So yeah, we're seeing it right would be an understatement, and it's not a surprise. This year, 2024, we entered this week up 157 units with another week to go still this calendar year. If you're ready to take a serious long-term investment approach, 2 very special offers available right now. In fact, we're extending them another week. No promo codes needed. The buy January, get the rest of December free. Quite simple. You get this last week of December free when you buy January All Sports. Or the best deal is the 1-year All Access. If you haven't been on board this year, if you've missed out on winning 157 units so far in 2024, don't wait any longer. Get the next 365 days and nights and get an instant $811 discount. That works out to about $1 a play for every college and pro football, basketball, and baseball best bet for the next 365 days and nights. It's quite simple. If I have a game I'm personally using, if I have a best bet, a personal best bet, I give it to my clients. Same games I've won with consistently for the past 29 years as a full-time professional handicapper. Same games are up 157 units this calendar year already. I'm very selective, anywhere from 1 to 3 plays a day. You know, sometimes we have more. Like last Saturday, we went 5-1. We had 6 best bets. A few Sundays ago, we had 6 best bets, went 6-0. When I have those big cards, you better pay attention because that means I really like the card. On average, 2 to 3 best bets a day, which means the additional free plays do quite well. By the way, I do post my last cut, a bonus free play every day on my page as well at wagertalk.com. So go there right now. You'll see the best bets listed. Right below that, you'll see those 2 special offers. By January, get the rest of December free, or the 1-year All Access, which works out to about $1 a play. No promo codes needed for either. Just click the one you want. You get my best bets instantly. You'll get on board right away. And then below that is that daily free play, kind of a last cut from the best bet card. It's quite simple. Whether you do a 1 day, a 1 month, or 1 year, every client gets the same games I am personally using, same games I've won with consistently for the past 29 years. Get on board now, Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com, and get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. Comment below, thumbs up, like, subscribe, and click that bell for instant alerts. And by the way, the more thumbs up, likes, the more comments, I do read them, I reply back. The more comments and thumbs up, likes, the more free play videos I do throughout the week. We also have your Thursday night game available here. Don't forget, on an 11-3 prime run of those NFL weeknight prime games. Seattle, Chicago, Seahawks, Bears, free video as well, along with your Sunday and Monday night games every week. So subscribe, comment below, thumbs up, like, and don't forget also to follow me on social media at Steve Merrill, 2 R's, 1 L. On X and Instagram at Steve Merrill, 2 R's, 1 L at Steve Merrill. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV. There's more free play videos, including that Thursday night video, coming up next.